Do opposites attract? In Smoke Signals, a dramatic black comedy, it certainly starts off that way. Cynical yet broken Victor is lifelong friends with Thomas, a naive yet eccentric friend next door. Somehow, these two unlikely characters form a friendship. Or will that go up in flames? After all, Victor declares, everything burns up Thomas. Everything. This film chronicles the journey Victor, portrayed by Adam Beach, and Thomas, portrayed by Evan Adams, must embark upon after Victor's estranged father Arnold, portrayed by Jerry Farmer, unexpectedly passes away while living on his own halfway across the country. Once there, they are promptly greeted by neighbor Susie, portrayed by Irene Bedard, who reveals Arnold's darkest secrets, which made him the shell of the man he was. This journey ultimately becomes a whole finding out who you are phase, as Victor is forced to reevaluate his unstable childhood and discover love which was there all along. The movie tugs at one loose end, one small incident, only to find an entire ball of yarn connected. Soundtracks played throughout the film employs unique cultural music such as the heart-pounding drum beats that accompanies Victor's desperate run for help, which is shown in the following scene. Overall, the music effectively elicits the intended emotional response from the audience, from smiles as they create the improv song, to the sense of nostalgia as the film comes to an end. The lighting effects were limited, but those that did exist more than made up for it. An especially prominent scene depicts Victor going through Arnold's trailer at night, armed with only a small flashlight. The sinister long shadows caused by this light source highlights Victor's uneasiness with going through his father's belongings, as well as the fear of finding out the truth. Another prominent visual impact is the handiworks of the special effects team, which realistically creates the house fire, which blazes as fiercely as the real thing. In the feel-good ending, a philosophical voiceover about the role fathers play in a child's life, for better or for worse, accompanies the path of currents traveling down a river. It ends with Victor sprinkling Arnold's ashes over the waterfall. The symbolic scene represents his life, the old river, which is his old life, the waterfall, which represents the chaotic journey he just took, and the new river, filled with ash, which is his new life filled with forgiveness. Ironically, Smoke Signals contains a handful of stereotypes, despite the fact that it's an all-Native American production. The stereotype, drunk, dead, or drumming is certainly fulfilled, as Arnold is an alcoholic who ends up dead, and drumming music accompanies many blood-pumping scenes. The storytelling stereotype is evident in their conversations, as it comprises what they talk about and how they introduce themselves. They socialize with Susie by exchanging stories. Although these stereotypes are damaging, it appeals to the general public, so I can see why it was used. All in all, this insightful look at the struggles an underprivileged teen must face will be an eye-opener for anyone. The film shows us one must go through an adversity to let go of negative feelings caused by family issues. The adversity being the death of Arnold, the negative feelings being anger, resentment, and bitterness, and the family issues being domestic violence, alcoholism, neglect, and eventually abandonment. Anyone can take away from this message, since it speaks the truth, and as we all know, the truth will set you free. Dramatic movie lovers will be fired up by the expressive film Smoke Signals. Just don't let your excitement burn up too quickly.